Welcome, everyone, to the Business LNK podcast. We are here in the AOI podcast studio to talk about all things economic development. And I'm Kathy Andersen. I'm the Director of Innovation and Entrepreneurship at the Partnership for Economic Development. And one of our programs is the LaunchLNK grant for startup businesses. Here with me today is Nick Topp. He is representing Headset App, one of the recipients of this year's LaunchLNK grant. Welcome, Nick.
Hey, Kathy. Really excited to be here.
Awesome. And I'm going to send it to you first. Tell us a little bit more about you and your background and how you connected with the Headset app.
Great question. I'm a lifetime Nebraskan, grew up in Northeast Nebraska, came down here in 2003 for college, fell in love and stayed. And so have raised a family and friends and just kind of built a life here in Lincoln.
It's a wonderful place to build a life.
Yeah. I used to say, hey, Nebraska, you should come try it. You might like it. And I've evolved into Nebraska's the greatest state in the entire nation, and I'll prove it to you. Let me prove it to you.
Heck yes.
Yep.
Wow. Do you roll out the red carpet for friends and such when they come to Lincoln?
That's right. Yeah. And it's like, you have to know what you're looking at. But once you know what you're looking at in Nebraska, it's beautiful.
Yes. Here. It's our job, at the Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development to build business in Lincoln. So we love to hear that. And tell us more about the Headset app.
Sure. Would love to. So maybe like a quick story. So about a year and a half ago, my best friend, since we were 5, I grew up with him. We went from playing church parking lot football to going to proms together to evolved. And I went to the University of Nebraska and he went to Concordia University in Seward.
Sure.
And we've obviously been in touch since then. And about a year and a half ago, he came up to me and he said, "Hey, I need a new headset system." He's the head football coach for Concordia. And he goes, "I just got a quote for $42,000. And I said, "Wow, that's crazy. That seems like a lot of money." And we didn't really think much about it. And then about a week or two later, he came to me and said, "Hey, I just got another quote for a headset system for $61,000.
Oh my goodness.
He goes, nobody budgets for this. Like, I'm not even sure where to go get it, if I need to talk to boosters or what." And he literally looked at me and he pulled out his earbuds and his phone and he goes, "Tell me this can't be done." And I said, "Okay, that's interesting. Let's go do some competitive research. What's on the market today?" And what we found was that this is a space, coaching, communication, and sports communication is really a space that hasn't evolved in a really, really long time. And so we did a bunch of discovery. Customer discovery is what wins, right? And so we had the opportunity to go speak to 30 to 40 different coaches and really ask them, what are you struggling with? What do you like about your current headset system? What don't you like about your headset system? And the universal response from all of those coaches was, it's meh at best, and we generally hate it. Like, it's a necessary evil.
Oh.
And so that really led us to go down the path of like, okay, I think we are onto something. We've identified a market need, and we built a prototype and brought on, I would argue, 3 of the best developers in Lincoln. And we got to build a prototype, and we tested that with 110 coaches in the spring of 2023, and overwhelming positivity and encouragement from that group, which really led us down the path of like, okay, we really have something here. We're building a product that coaches want and that they identify with. And so we zoomed to market on July 1st of 2023.
Wow.
And made it onto the app stores, which is not a small feat if you've never done that before, and have been running as fast as we can ever since.
I love that quote, "Customer discovery is how you win." Was that about it? Yeah. Tell us more about the system, how you solve the problem, what you offer to your customers. How's it work?
Yeah, great question. So our goal really has been, we just want to build the opposite of everything all the coaches hate. And we want to make it simple and easy on the app. And so, for example, traditional headset systems, if you can imagine maybe Tom Osborne back in the 90s, like, they haven't really evolved much, but it's a headset, a big giant cord with a hitbox, and then you can manage your channels through that. So it's almost like the TV, cable TV when we were growing up in the 90s, where you could have to go around the horn for it to work
Oh my
correctly.
goodness.
And so we said, okay, well, we can fix that. And we also found that it's bulky. We found that it's wildly expensive. We found that if you want to add new users, it costs $1,500 to $2,500 to add a new person onto their headset system.
Yeah.
And so we took all of that and we did the opposite. We wanted to make it as simple as possible. So easily adding and managing users. We have you can build your own channels. You can decide how many channels you want. Some people need one. We can do up to 6 now. We're working on doing up to 12 here in the near future. And then also we don't sell hardware. And so we have plenty of hardware that we recommend, headsets for football coaches or baseball coaches. And but that frees us up instead of being a competitor to a Bosch or a Jabra or a Beats by Dre. Now we can utilize that technology and we can build the software that the coaches want, and they can pick their own software.
Yeah, you've done the work to identify what the market needed in that niche, and you're solving the problem in some really smart ways. So, yeah, and we're excited about Headset App. Of course, in Lincoln, we're excited about sports and sports tech and the potential there. So we're glad you're part of the business community.
I am thrilled to be here, and the infrastructure that is here has just been so welcoming and so appreciative of everything you guys have done.
Wow, we love to hear that. And what specific things are you racing toward this season? I know you are busy with spring starting and summer right around the corner, and the prototypes and pilots that you're working on. Tell us more.
Yeah. So in August of last year, the National Federation of High Schools announced that it was legal for baseball programs to do coach to catcher communications. And it turns out that was a huge win for us because we didn't actually need to change a line of code to be in that market. And we knew that there would be 16,000 high schools in that market this year. And so through customer discovery, we learned that some coaches really like just communicating via audio to their catcher, and others really prefer to touch to speech. And so we are right at hopefully this month or this week starting to launch a prototype group around a touch to speech menu on top of our app, so they can pick the pitch, where in the plate they want it, and then that is communicated to the catcher's earbud. And so super excited about that. We are also so interested in partnering with other companies in Lincoln, and how might people be using communications in a way that this might be beneficial for them. And so we found that we've sort of found this interesting niche between a phone call and a text, and there's a litany of businesses and opportunities in that space where touch to talk systems, or we've had plumbing companies be interested in team plumbing, where they can have live open voice communication systems. We are working with a couple of restaurants, so front of house, back of house, events management, security. So if you guys know anybody that's interested in some communication opportunities, we'd love to run some pilots and see what we can learn.
So looking for some partner companies in the area who would be willing to do pilots. And we'll include a link to the Headset App's website and how to get in touch with you. So,
awesome. That'd be great.
Yeah. What else is on your mind? The exciting world of building a startup. Anything else you'd like to bring to the audience right now?
If you guys have a Spitfire salesman, let's talk. We are in the market for expanding. We have an ambassador program. So those are people that are professionals in the space that we would really like to push forward. We're expanding our internship program. Opportunities for interns and college students to experience, and primarily focused on sales right now, a little bit of creative, but sales as well. And then we are looking to hire our first full-time salesman. So anybody interested would love to talk.
Love to hear about growing the team and expanding in that way, and sales being key for your company's stage right now. Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you very much, Nick. This has been a fun conversation, and I'm glad we could tell everybody about the Headset App.
Thanks so much. Appreciate being here.